Playing time in an official NBA game.
He could make it in this league as a role player. I really believe that. I don't know about taking it to another level beyond that, but he should be able to fit in.
You know, he might not have one of those things that really sets him apart, one or two things that make him special, but he's really solid and he doesn't have many weaknesses. Just a good, solid rotational player, and every team needs those guys.
Here's Smith. Drops in the layup for two.
And I think one of the things that Josh Smith has really improved on is his shot selection. He used to really fire away from the three-point line, and as a result, his shooting percentages were very low. But now he's become a 50% range type shooter because he's become much smarter with his offensive choices.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Guys, I had a chance to catch up with the Minnesota Timberwolves head coach. One of their harder tasks in this game will be finding a way to slow down the explosive scorer, Joe Johnson. He said there isn't any one answer, as Johnson can and will play so many different roles in an offense throughout the course of the game. He said he can initiate plays as well as finish plays. We'll just have to make sure we don't lose track of them. Guys?
And thanks for that story, Doris. Rubio. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and two shots coming up. Thinking back to that shot selection comment of Steve, do you think he's become more committed to getting chances close in?
Oh, I think he's made great improvement in that area, Kevin. I really do. And I think there's still plenty of room for him to grow, but he's made tremendous strides there. And I think it's part of him just kind of figuring out how he can be most effective on the floor. And that just, again, comes with becoming a veteran. You can't have maturity without time and experience. You need both.
Beasley for three. Crawford with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 6. Heinrich outside. Crawford up top. Stolen by Rubio.
So now that's twice we've seen the offense collapse. That's back-to-back empty trips because of turnover.
Yeah, and that's going to be a problem because now all of a sudden you start turning the ball over, you lose all offensive rhythm and flow.
Love can't hit.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick, just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. The guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
Here is Rubio. About 7.5 minutes left here in the opening quarter.
You know, the Timberwolves were only 10-20 against the East last season. They say the West is a dominant conference, but not when you're talking about the Timberwolves. They were a tough team.
Beasley dishes to Rubio. He feeds it to Randolph. The shot from the low post is good. Randolph's got 6. The Hawks trail by 6. Well, for the Timberwolves, they've never managed 25 wins in the 4 seasons since they traded away Kevin Garnett. Steve, how long do you think it's going to take to rebuild this team?
Well, unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be a while, Kevin, because, you know, the one building block you can say they have is Kevin Love. You know, we'll see how Ricky Rubio does. We'll see if any of these young draft picks that they picked up this year can improve this team. But seems to me they're still at least a couple of years away.
6 on the shot clock. Love kicks to Rubio. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Hawks ball. And here's Atlanta. 4-point game. Rubio gets called for the reach. That's his first foul.
Ricky Rubio. First personal foul, team starts.
Stolen by Rubio.
That's just horrible decision. You got to be more patient with the ball. That's how it works. Your defense feeds into the offense.
Yeah, you know, excellent work, I thought. Solid work on both ends in that particular sequence.
Heinrich outside. Johnson left side. And off against Crawford. Releases from 15. And there's Horford. That's good on the assist by Crawford. Here's Ridenour. Under 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Now Rubio. Beasley fires. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Right now, it's all working for them here in the first. The shots have been falling.
Yeah, their offense has been very impressive. If they keep this up, Clark, they're going to be tough to beat.
Let's go. A rebound by the Timberwolves. And this matchup with the Hawks, it's their first game of the NBA's regular season.
Well, it's the East versus the West tonight. The first of just two contests that they'll have against each other all year.
Three-pointer, Ridnour gets it to go. And it's a 9-point Timberwolves lead.
I'll tell you what, he'll be quite contented to sit out there beyond the arc and knock down shot after shot if they're going to play defense like that. Tighten it up out there.
Horford in the post, working on Love. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Johnson. Uses the glass to drop it in. Johnson's got his second bucket of the night. Steve mentioned that they'll only face each other twice, Clark. What impact does that have on this game?
Well, first, Kevin, I think it means
here is Rubio. He has 6. To the paint, tipped.
Tough entry pass there. Too much traffic in the lane.
Here's Heinrich, looking for his first bucket of the game. Wilkins passes to Johnson. Now the pass to Teague. 5 on the clock. Johnson dishes to Wilkins. Can't connect with the leaner. Clark back to Drew. They had Mike Woodson. He took him to the playoffs, but Larry Drew takes his place. Drew is on his staff. It was scrutinized early, but Steve, he took him back into the playoffs and deep into the playoffs.
Well, and that was their goal. They wanted to get back to winning a series.
Webster outside, and that one's good. Webster's got his first 3 points of the game.
And these two just going at it from deep now.
You know, it seems like what's going on here is anything you can do, I can do better territory.
Back to the action again. Everyone excited to be playing for a fresh new year.
And Johnson suffered through a subpar shooting year last season due to that elbow surgery that he had in December. Probably tried to come back a little too quickly, and you could tell it really affected his game.
And the basket by Rubio. Rubio's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Heinrich with it. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. Back to Johnson. Webster covering. And the rejection by Milicic. And they're able to recover. Timberwolves leading by 10. Here's Rubio. The shot's good. Telfer making the play. Rubio's got 4 points now in the quarter. As we get back to Jeff Johnson.
Eventually, Derrick Rose and the Bulls were just too much for Atlanta, especially at the defensive end of the floor.
T kicks to Heinrich, and it's Johnson picking him up. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Launches it, and that is good.
You are really living dangerously if you let him roam free in three-point land. He's a dangerous marksman from out there.
Rubio, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one on Horford.
Well, the Timberwolves are hoping that they've found some answers at the point guard position. The veteran Luke Ridnour really played a steady role for them a year ago, but Johnny Flynn, their top draft pick in 2009, missed almost 30 games and really struggled on the court.
Well, for the Timberwolves, the answer to their playmaking needs, a point guard, Steve and Clark, may have arrived in the form of rookie Ricky Rubio, joining the team from Spain.
Well, it's got to be a relief, Kevin, for the Minnesota fans to see the former number 5 pick in the 2009 draft finally in uniform for the Timberwolves. Scoring is still a question mark for him, but his passing, court vision, and flair, all of that is unquestioned.
Timberwolves leading by 6. Now Rubio. 12 points for him. And Love backs in. And it's blocked. And here comes Kirk Heinrich. 6-point game. Johnson. Good, and Heinrich gets the assist. And now it's just a 4-point Timberwolves lead.
Well, you knew the run would come, and here it is. They're playing well now, trying to get back in this thing.
Yeah, pretty good comeback effort here.
They did pretty well last season, but unless you're a great team, you're probably not going to win the majority of your road games.
That drops. Here is Rubio. It's a pick by Love. Takes it right up. And the basket by Rubio. Rubio's got 8 points here in this quarter. Outside Wilkins. Back to Heinrich. Wilkins against Love. Here's Teague. Over Rubio. Offensive rebound. He goes up again. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
That's good defense. Don't let a guy get a lay-in. Foul hard and send.
And we'll get it going after this from the target center. Here's Heinrich. Covered by Beasley. There's the 3. That's good from Johnson on the assist by Heinrich. Heinrich's got his 7th assist in the game. And here's Rubio. He's got 14. Beasley. That is good. Beasley's got 15 points. The Hawks trailing. The Celtics will be coming into town for the next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. They get a hand on it. Out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. He passes it to Johnson for the lead. That's good. Johnson's got 27 points.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his 2nd this half. And guys, I thought it was a breakthrough performance in last year's playoffs for Jeff Teague. I mean, the injury to Kirk Heinrich created an opportunity for him to play, and he took advantage of the minutes.
I thought he rushed it a little bit, guys, because he had a clean look, just lost his focus.
The shot by Heinrich, no good.
And you talk about Jeff Teague, Clark. He was really impressive in that series against Chicago. Got his chance, as you said, after the Heinrich injury, and made the most of it. His tremendous speed really changed the way Chicago had to defend. And I thought he played a big role in Atlanta's fight. They gave Chicago a really tough battle.
Johnson outside. Off target from outside. Here's Minnesota. It's a 3-point game. Now, here's Rubio. Not a lot of room. That one goes. Count it.
Carving them up inside there, Kevin. I mean, the defense has been vulnerable in there.
Yeah, that's 3 straight field goals in the paint area. That's really good offense.
Passes to Telfair, and he stepped in the line, so they turn it over.
You know, something distracted him. The guy just kind of profiled right out of it. You never want to point the finger at one person in a team game as to why a team is struggling, but his 5 turnovers have slowed down what the offense has tried to do.
The shot's good from Ellington.
Well, that makes 5 of their last 6 makes coming from inside. Establish more of a home court advantage. I mean, last season they narrowly missed having the worst record at home in the NBA at just 12 wins and 29 losses.
Here's Crawford, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Crawford's got 5 points now in the quarter. Rubio with it. Guarded by Heinrich. Back to Johnson for the 3. They get it back. Love gets the bucket and the foul. And so it's the Hawks who come out on top. Clark, it was anybody's game right to the very end.
Yeah, it was. The coach is happy with the outcome, but maybe not so much with the margin.
That'll do it.